Hey everybody, Neil Thompson from Teach the Geek here. I work with technical professionals so they can present more effectively, especially in front of non-technical audiences. And you can learn more about that at teachthegeek.com. Again, that's teachthegeek.com. I'm here to offer 4 tips on how you can get better with using gestures during a presentation. Number 1, you want to make sure that you look at the audience when you're actually talking to them. A lot of times we'll look at the screen or we'll look at our slides because there's text there and we're reading it. You want to look at the people and you want to make sure that there's less text on the slide so you're less likely to look at the slide because there's nothing there to read. And when you do that, well, you got to look somewhere and you might as well look at the people who you're talking to. If you do that, they're more likely to look at you and listen to what you have to say. Number 2, if you're going to use hand gestures, make sure that they serve a purpose. Like a small, use that for small, maybe use this for bigger, use this for taller. But if you're going to use such gestures, they have to, there must be a reason for you using those gestures as opposed to people who are just naturally just use their hands and have them go all over the place. People might get distracted by that, and you want to minimize distractions so people actually listen to what you have to say. Number 3, if you're going to move around the stage, if you're presenting on a stage, you want to stick to a spot for a given amount of time before you move to a different spot, or else people will spend their time just looking at you move around the stage as opposed to listening to what you have to say. And ultimately, I mean, they're there and you're there to for them to listen to you and for you to talk to them. And then number 4, if you are a nervous person and your nerves are being exhibited by you shaking, you want to stick behind the lectern. Don't be the person that's walking around. Then they'll see you walking around shaking. Don't be the person that's using a whole lot of hand gestures because they'll see those shaking. Stay behind the lectern or the podium. You do that, they're less likely to see you shaking and less likely to notice that you're nervous. And that's helpful for you. So that's number 4. So there's 4 of them. Hopefully they've been helpful. Number 1, again, to recap, is to look at your audience, and while you're talking to them, they're more likely to listen and look at you. Number 2, if you're going to use hand gestures, make sure that they serve a purpose. Number 3, if you're going to move around the stage, stick to a spot for a given amount of time before you move to a different spot on the stage. And then number 4, if you're nervous, stick behind the podium so people don't see you shaking. Hopefully that's helpful. Again, my name is Neil Thompson. I am the founder of Teach the Geek. I work with technical professionals so they can present more effectively, especially in front of non-technical audiences. And you can learn more about that at teachthegeek.com. Again, that's teachthegeek.com. Until next time, take care and stay safe.